The Point at Switchpoint opened its doors in February. The old Motel 6 studios in St. George at the north end of 1000 East were converted into one-bedroom apartments to house those homeless singles who qualify in need of a place to live.
It was perfect because we didn't have to do anything but paint it on the outside, because each room contains a 3/4 size refrigerator and hot plate for cooking. And so they're really set up as a studio, what our industry really calls SRO, so a single resident occupancy.
So we opened at the beginning of February. We were full within the first 2 weeks. We have approximately 50 rooms and everyone is full. We have a current waiting list.
In order to be eligible, the single residents must make less than $25,900 a year. Some are in recovery, some are elderly or senior citizens with disabilities.
The tragedy of what's occurring in housing in America right now is that people on a fixed income are getting misplaced and displaced constantly.
Like 64-year-old Ronnie Bills. After being evicted, Ronnie stayed in a motel until she couldn't afford it anymore, and that's when she became homeless. She turned to Switchpoint before moving in here.
I'm definitely grateful. I was at Switchpoint for 2.5 months, homeless. Have received a lot, have been helped a lot, and I'm truly grateful that I have what I have, and truly grateful for the people that have helped me get here.
While these units may be small, it's a place to call their own. And for Ronnie, it's a place to hang her hats.
I got pictures on the walls, and I got my granddaughter here, and I got my little knickknacks here and there that make it home.
Recognizing the need, Switchpoint managed to buy the motel and make the conversions and used some money from the Governor's Office on Planning and Budgeting.
And so we were given $2 million. It was a flow through from the state to City of St. George to us. So it was just a flow-through grant. And then we were able to raise some other dollars to make this thing happen for a $4.5 million purchase.
58-year-old resident Peggy has a different story. She was a caretaker for a man who was a diabetic. They both came to live at Switchpoint 4 years ago before his passing.
His name was Franklin Donald Brooks, and we hit Switchpoint in 2017. And he passed in 2020 is when he passed. Switchpoint helped me hold a service over there for him. I miss him. I miss him really bad. I'm glad I haven't backslid over this, and I just try to press forward.
Like Ronnie, Peggy currently lives on Social Security disability. She also works for Switchpoint and has a job.
I get about $800, a little over $800 for Social Security disability, which pays my $500 a month rent, my car insurance, and my phone. But that leaves me less than $100. So working through the Easter Sale program, I'm able to have a little bit of extra money to buy food and things that I need for showers and stuff.
And just like Switchpoint, they must also live by the rules. As a case manager, Tori meets with all of the residents to make sure they stay on track.
And make sure that they've set their goals and they're working towards their goals. And if they need any assistance in getting Medicaid or anything like that, we can help arrange that.
And these residents of the Point say it's much better than sleeping on the streets or in the desert.
I am so grateful for this place. It's hard to put into words. I have a bed, I have electricity, I have a fridge, I have a TV, I have a shower to shower in my own shower, my own coffee pot, my own toaster. I got all this. And it's all mine. What's going on in my life right now is the best time ever in my life.
Ronnie's advice to others who are still on a waiting list?
Just have patience. Let Switchpoint do what they do best and help people. And give them a chance, and when there's an opening, you can get in here.
If this is what you want, if you want off the street, if you want away from them drugs, if you really want this, you can have it.
Plans to expand housing on this site is also in the works. Hollowell says there's still a need for a lot more affordable housing for the homeless in St. George.
We saw a 53% increase in homelessness with just our seniors this past year. It's heartbreaking because they don't have anywhere else to go. And so that's why our goal is 1,000 units here in Washington County. And so if we could look at opportunities like that, any kind of vacant building, old malls, warehouses, I don't care what it is, if we can figure out ways to remodel and renovate, we're going to get units done faster and cheaper.
And as for Peggy, she has no plans to ever leave her new humble abode.
This is my home forever. I will continue to work for Switchpoint for the rest of my life. This is where I'm going to be. I don't have no plans on ever moving. I plan to just continue to give back and give back and give back.
In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.